Okay, well, the Shroom House was apparently a store in downtown Portland that was selling psychedelic mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms, over the counter to any customer who wanted to come in. It's been in operation, I'm not sure, at least 5 days that I know of. I had only heard about it last week, and I saw it on the news. It said people are lining up to waiting, in the line out the door to buy psychedelic mushrooms. And it's right on Burnside, like the main thoroughfare up there in Portland. And I thought about how can they get away with this? Well, apparently 2 hours ago, my buddy told me that they were raided, and so I just looked it up. And 2 hours ago, they served. The media reported that they served a search warrant last night at 1 a.m., arrested 4 people, booked 2 of them, and cited 2 of them, and seized like 15,000 in cash and a bunch of mushrooms. Now, of course, we all know if this thing was in operation for this many days, there's a lot more cash somewhere. But the question surrounding whether this kind of thing should be tolerated or not, I don't know. This is emphasized by the fact that it took the cops actually so long to respond. The fact that no one did anything for a week, as this shop was even able to open and start selling these. It's an interesting time because I support the responsible use of adults by adults of psychedelics. And I believe that they're an amazing tool for self discovery, for healing, and understanding, and general wellness. But to do it that blatantly, I mean, that really takes balls. I don't know how they got away with it, or, for even that long. But I'm curious to know how the story unfolds. I bring this up because also last week I saw this ad, and it was on Wisecrack, which is a YouTube channel, and they talk about random stuff, cultural things. And he said this episode, our sponsor today is Microdose. I think the company was Microdose or something like that. Basically selling microdose mushrooms. And I went to the website to check it out to see if they were really doing this. And yeah, there's a website where you can go and buy psychedelic mushrooms. They are extremely overpriced at like a tenth of a gram. It ends up being something like $100 per gram buying them in the microdose form. And I don't know, I feel like we're turning a corner in the psychedelic world. They are becoming much more tolerated. I mean, personal amounts are, not a crime anymore in the Portland area. And there's a lot to be said about the benefits of these things, but also the way that people will completely rape your wallet like they've done with cannabis. And once the state gets their money on the taxes, it's over. The thing is, for most people, what I would say is that, if you don't have somebody local and you want to try some, the best way to do it would be to grow your own. It's not as difficult as people make it out to be. It's fairly easy, and you can order the spores online to just about anywhere. And if not, you could order them to a friend and have him send them to you. They usually come in a discreet envelope. But it's not that hard to start and grow the mycelium, and it's an amazing process. And I think more and more people will be doing that because it's not like cannabis where you need a bunch of lights and stuff. It literally grows in a dark closet. So just something for people to consider. I've heard this so much more over the years, so much more psychedelic assisted therapy that people have benefited from. And I'm glad that it's finally coming to light. I just don't want it to see it become another commodity that's taken advantage of, and we all know how that ends up being for most things. And as long as the pharmaceutical companies don't get their hands on it, which they already always have. But at any rate, we'll talk about this another time. I just wanted to report on that interesting Portland shop that ended up finally getting busted, but it worked for a while, I guess. Take care.